Hi, gorgeous lights. Welcome to the new day. Well, I hope you were. I did put up a post to Spirit Whisper about the portal that we're actually in. It is a really amazing growth portal. It seriously is. But sometimes it can be a little bit hard about identifying what the triggers are, where they're actually coming from as well. So it can work a little bit like this as well. So, there's the types of things that we can actually be addressing to do with childhood triggers is abandonment, rejection, betrayal, judgment. All of those sort of things can actually come into play. And the key is actually acknowledging it and recognition as well. So you can get triggered, say, if you ring a girlfriend and you really want to talk to that girlfriend and find out if they're okay and they don't ring you back, and it's triggering an old wound, which is rejection, then you can actually say, well, I feel hurt that they didn't confide in me where their problems were and I couldn't be there for them. And you can do that old triggering of rejection as well. So you've got to step back and you've got to recognise that it's coming from you. And then you've got to actually say, I understand that I got triggered on that, so I acknowledge where it's actually coming from, and then you can actually just surrender to that knowledge and the frequency drops out of it as well. What happens when, Spirit's just saying to me, what happens when we get triggered is we go into a combative state with ourselves, and we can be a little bit like, this always happens to me, this has happened to me my whole life, don't deserve people to treat me like this. But in reality, that person's not treating you like that. The universe is kind of sending that person to kind of trigger you so that you can acknowledge what you do to yourself in this growth portal as well. And that's what it's all about. It's about, you can feel that you do an awful lot for a family member and that family member never thanks you, and then all of a sudden it's been fine, it's been like that for years, but then just in this portal you're just like, you know what, no, I'm never doing this anymore, I'm sick of being taken advantage of. And it's making you look at your own belief structure of why were you doing that for that person in the first place, because you believed, belief structure, remember, you believed that in order to get their approval you needed to keep doing for them, but all that you were actually doing is sacrificing yourself. So it's a complex portal, that's the point, and it's very subtle at times with its triggers, and behaviours as well. I know that I was out for tea the other night, and the person I was out for tea with, they wanted something in specific, and I'd ordered it, and then it wasn't available for them to order. So I said, oh, no, no, have mine. Seriously, have mine. But inside I'm going, no, 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 I don't really want to give you that. So it is very, very important for you to understand that habits and behaviours will be shown to you in this portal, not for you to get angry or frustrated with, but to actually acknowledge, is the behaviour that you're actually doing, does it serve you? The way that you're treating yourself, does it serve you? So it's, I was laughing because I was kind of doing to myself and going, oh my, how many more days till we get through this? Well, there's a few more. We're going to the 16th, and it's a really good window to get us to realise what exactly is holding us back. And Spirit keep making me laugh because they come in ever gently and say, you must be compassionate towards yourself while you're doing this process, because, when we're morphing down into a trigger and it's related to our childhood, we can do child-like behaviours with ourselves, which is fine. So when I was having a big grumpy and punching the pillow, and Spirit's going, please be compassionate to yourself, and I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm being a baby. Yeah, 100%, because your emotional quality can actually take you down to feeling very, very childlike, very unloved, very unlovable. These are all the things that we're releasing. As soon as you acknowledge it and go, I recognise where it's coming from, and I nurture myself and I love myself, you can just drop the frequency. The key is making sure that you don't push that down, smother it again, because the universe in this little cycle is going, okay, I'll bring it back round again a bit louder next time, because you're refusing to acknowledge it and you're refusing to deal with it. I'm like, mint. So really, really important heads up, guys. Please don't shy away from what's triggering you. Thank whoever's triggering you. Recognise where it's coming from, because it is a series of events that are set up to help you deal with how you deal with you and your belief structures about how you actually see yourself as well. Now, a little pearl of wisdom along right here, and he's just said that, very much so, with knowledge comes wisdom. So the more that you investigate where it's bringing you information and it's helping you see yourself, and it's not over analysing or over correcting and over criticising, it's merely acknowledging, thank you so much, and just going, oh, I know where I felt like this before, this is my habit with myself, I love and appreciate myself, and I don't need to wallow in this, I need to recognise what was actually going on. He's telling me that you'll clear the energy an awful lot quicker when you do it that way, rather than doing an investigation into, well, that always happened to me when I was a child, and I really resented my mother, father, brother, whatever, for what they actually did to me. It's be very, very clear, he's saying, and it's not about those people, it is about where you have betrayed, abandoned and rejected yourself at times when you have really needed the nurturing from yourself. It's about investigating that as well, and just breathe. He's just going, and just breathe through it and come out the other side of it as well. So you've got this, keep going. Just remember, everybody's being triggered on this, so if you're getting some weird behaviour out of the kids or weird behaviour out of friends or whatever, just realise that everyone is actually getting whacked with this particular portal, and as we're making choices about the way that we want to go forward, and it is really, really proactively moving forward, so it's a really important thing to do. Take care of your gorgeous lights, keep shining, and be awesome to yourselves. I really mean that.